Good day, human Laudiocytes! This is Latios Azubral, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Picross, where we use logic puzzles to draw Pokemon pictures. So, let's begin! Last time, we continued with drawing those Mega Evolution pictures, as well as, if I recall, Genesect. This time, we're going to continue with the Mega Evolution stuff. So, here we go. You said at least one legendary or mythical Pokemon. I can do that. Use only time skills. That I'm not going to do. Clear in 15 minutes. That I can probably do. So, pick a legendary or mythical to use. Really doesn't matter who we use. You know what? Let's bring you. Let's go. I believe this is Steelix, because it's, you know, right above Steelix. So, yeah. Let's go. That's nice. That is what I'm talking about. Alright. Let's stop the clock. And Blaziken, come on, bottom right. Make this a perfect round. Make this perfect. Come on, come on. Bottom right, bottom right. Or, you know, bottom left, like, right on the bottom. Whatever. Get a ninja! It's time for you to help us out a little bit. Not that it really matters too much. Okay, those are 2s. That's a 3. Alright. So, we know these need to be connected because they're in the 10. That has to be in the 10. Those can't be in the 10. Alright. So, we also know that this needs to be in the 3. That can't be in the 2. Oh, right. We also have the column, that row. That's a 2. That's a 4. That's a 5. There we go. Alright. And we know that's a 2, so this column is done. We have a 4 and a 2. 1, 1, 2. Alright. That's a 1, meaning we have the 2 including this. Wait a minute. 1, 1. Those need to be in the 4. That's 2. That's a 1. That would have to be the 2 then. Because this needs to be a 2, not a 3, and that needs to be a 2 above us, not a 1. Alright. At least I can fix mistakes that I make, because I make mistakes, unfortunately. Alright, that can't be in the 4. We know those need to be in the 4. This is a 1 that I accidentally erased for whatever reason. And we have those ones right there. That's a 4 and that's a 2. Either way, this needs to not be a 3. Because otherwise we couldn't possibly fit 2 1s in the space. Those are in the 3. Those are in the 5. And that needs to be in the 2. That needs to be a 1. Alright. So that would be the 5. Alright, so from there we know that's not in the 2. That's not in the 2. 3 right there. Something is not right here. Oh, that needs to be a 2 then. So we have a 1 and a 1. That needs to be a 1. That needs to be in the 2, so that's not there. So this is the 2. So that's a 3. Alright. I really shouldn't feel stuck right now. Alright, well, we know that's empty, which means this would have to be in the 3 somehow, which means that is the 3, which means we have a 1 right there. Since that needs to be a 2, we have that. Alright, so we have a 2 right there. You know that's in the 2, that's a 3. So we have this. We have this 2. We need a 1 here. And we have this. There we go. Alright, so with that we have drawn and Mega Evolved Mega Steelix. Alright. Using only time skills, that's gotta be brutal. Alright, we're gonna get 2 Picross. Once again, I'm not too concerned with crowns, unless it involves getting a mural tile. 2 or more fighting types, and 15 minutes. Okay, I can do that. Unfortunately, Blaziken doesn't count as a fighting type. Fighting types need to have Hyperscan. Though we can actually take advantage of that Hyperscan, I'm pretty sure, pretty well. Now that I think we've captured every Pokemon in the game. I think. I could be mistaken. But I think we did. Alright, let's bring Gallade. And let's bring, I guess, Lucario? I don't think it'll have any use here, but you know, whatever. Yeah, you're not gonna have any use there, Lucario, but you know, doing the mission. Yeah, here's the deal I have with when it comes to crowns. I don't care too much about them in most cases, but if it involves like using only a certain type of skill, once again, unless it's for a mural tile, I'm probably not gonna do it. Unless there's really, but if there's nothing to really lose from doing it, then I kind of have the stance that I really don't care. Then I don't really care enough not to do that. Alright, so we have a 2 and a 1. We have a 3 right here, 6 right there. That needs to be in the 2. Those are not in anything. That's a 1. 1 right there. We also have a 1 and a 2 right there. That's a 1 and a 3. That's in the 3. That's a 1, that's a 1. 1 and 2. A 1 right there. 2, 2, and either 2's in the front or the back. Don't know for sure right this second. Alright. Something is not right here. Gallade, help me out here. What did I do wrong? Ah. They're just reversed. Okay, that works. Good thing we have Gallade. Just make me feel stupid, or at least confident while stupid. Alright. Alright, Gallade, let's see what you can do for us now. Well, that was probably a bad move, but you know. Whatever. Okay. So that gives us... That's in the 4. I could have known that because, you know, it's a 6. And this is a 7. So that was our first column. And I think this is a guaranteed row. Maybe it's not. I suppose it's not. But we don't know that. We do know this much. In fact, this has to be the 3 and the 2. Because the 2 can't go this way, and this can't be part of the 3. But it could be the 1 here or the 1 here. If it's the 1 here, then we automatically know where the 5 is, but if it's here, it could be in either one. But this is helpful in that we now know this. This could be a 3 or a 2. It can't possibly be the 2, so it has to be the 3. We also have a 2 and a 1 right there. And this has to be the 1 because you can't fit a 2 and a 1 and a 5 in this space. So that needs to be in the 2. That's not in the 5, and those have to be in the 5. You have 1s right here. Those can't be in the 2s, so that's our 5 and that's our 1. Alright. That column is done. Something is wrong here in this 7th row. Ah. Okay. We know that has to be a 1. And we need that to be a 2. So there's that one. There's a 2, we have a 1 right there. So that's done with. Now we just need to... We have a 2 and a 1. We know that's a 2. So we know we have that as a 1. So we have this. Hold on. So we have you know what, wait a minute. Let's do this, and Gallade can finish this for us. I don't know what I'm doing, but there we go. Which means that's our last move. There we go. When you have Hyper Scan, you might as well use it. So with that, we have drawn and Mega Evolved Metagross. I don't know why I got confused right there, but I don't know. I haven't been doing this very much lately, because I don't know. It's actually been like 2 weeks since the last time I recorded this, and have even played Picross for that matter. So I apologize that right this second I'm not doing all that great. All right, we want to use Autofix. Not really at all. 2 of them are Dark types. At least it's not asking us to bring like Steel or Grass types and not use Autofix. That would be a nightmare. Unless we brought like Bulbasaur or something. Alright, two dark types. So they have Scatter to Veal. Guess I could bring you. And who is a 15 by 15? You're 10. You are. And I guess I have no reason to bring Dragonite then, so I might as well bring, I guess, Blaziken? We're doing Mega Houndoom, I guess. Let's go! They're only at the start, though. Which means Hydreigon is actually a better choice. Go figure. I guess Mega Houndoom isn't exactly the best option here right now. Alright, Blaziken, just don't go in the ends and we're good. Just don't go in the ends and we're good. Right in the middle. That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright. Here, we know that's a 1. We have a 7 and a 5. Those need to be in the 7. Those need to be in the 8. That can't be in the 2. That needs to be in the 8. Alright. That needs to be in the 3. And that's a 2. 2 right here. We have 2 and 2, and then we have our first non-automatically done column. Well, I guess second, technically. Alright. These can't be connected because you can't fit 2 and 2 above it. Alright. So that gives us these rows. Either way, that needs to be a 1. So we need a 1 right here. That 2 and that 1. Alright. There's a 4, there's a 3. That would be a 5. So we have a 1 and a 2. No, wait a minute, we don't. That's not a 2 or a 3, that would be the 2, and that would be 3. So there's our 2. There's the 1. Got a 4, 4, 1. 4 and a 3. 3, 3, and 2. And there's a 3. There we go. So with that, we have drawn and Mega Evolved Mega Sableye. Alright. Definitely used Autofix less than 3 times. So with that, we're going to get the crown. Mega Sableye gets the crown. Alright, so the next area shall be Area 16. Alright. 2 or more ground types use freeze time at least once. So I guess we're using Slash Reveal this time. I'm okay with that. Thank you, Mega Houndoom, for not doing anything, because we're better off with Hydreigon. Alright, so we need to use Slash Reveal, or we don't need to use it, but we need to have it. Alright, T-Char can use it anytime, so that's good. Any more 15 by 50? Flygon can use it anytime. Nice! In that case, I'm gonna bring back our good friend Dragonite. So we have the freeze time. We have 2 ground... No, wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. My bad. It's a good thing I checked one more time before I did this. Alright, I'm gonna bring Groudon just in case. T-Tar isn't gonna help us because we don't need a rock type. We need ground types! So those of you who were screaming at your screen for that brief second that I did that, well, I fixed it, so there. Let's just say I heard you, sake of argument. Alright. Let's use our freeze time. And Flygon. Let's do it right in the top left. That works. Alright. So, that's in the 6. That would be a 4. That's a 5. We need that to be a 2. So we have a 2, 1, 2. Four right there. Those are in the 7. That's a 7 and a 1. That column is done. 1 and 4. Alright. That needs to be in the 6. That would be a 1, so that would be a 3. And we have the 8. There, and a 1. That needs to be a 1. So we have a 3 and a 1 right there. Those are in the 4. That is not. This would be an 8 then. So that's the 1. So that's the 6. So we have this. Those are in the 3. That's in the 4. That needs to be in the 2, so we have this. We have this 3 right here. So we have a 2 and a 1. Alright. That's not in the 3. That's not in the 3. That's not in the 2. That's not in that 2. So we have this. 2 right there. That's a 3. Alright, so we have, those are 1s, 3 and a 2, that's a 3, 2 right there, 2 and 2, 2, 1, 3, something is off right here, clearly. Something is not right here. Okay. So that would need to be there for that to be a 4, which means this is not here. So that's 3. There we go. Alright. So with that, we've drawn and Mega Evolved Mega Aggron. I'm sorry I'm making mistakes today, but at least I'm able to see where they would go wrong. So with that, we got Mega Aggron with a crown. Next up, it looks like it's going to be, I guess, Mega Lucario. Bring 2 or more flying types, use square reveals. So I guess we have to bring Dragonite. I guess we don't have to bring Dragonite, but it would help. We do need to bring some Hyper Scanners. Specifically flying type ones. That's okay. Let's go with Staraptor and I guess Mega Pidgeot. Let's go! We have to use the square reveal. Come on, right in the middle. Right in the middle. A little off the middle, but I'll take it. I'll still take it. Alright. So we have a 2 right there. Those are in the 7. That's the 9. And the 2. That's a guaranteed common to begin with. So we know those are in the 2s. So we have that 3. Those need to be in the 7. That can't be in the 4. Somehow we need a 1 there, so this needs to be a 1 either way. Which means we have a 7 right there. That's not in the 2. Those are in the 3. We have a 4 right there, and we have a 2 and a 1. I'm just going to include that one. That needs to be in the 6 somehow. So we have this. These need to be in the 5. That needs to be in the 2. Those need to be in the 9. Those need to be in the 4. Alright. That's in the 2. And we have... One, 2, space, 1, space, 1, space. So, I don't know what we know from this then. From this column. Either way, we know then these need to be part of the 6. That needs to be in the 4. Those can't be in the 6. That needs to be a 1. Alright. We have... that can't be in the 7. That's a 5. So we have these columns done. Alright. So we're gonna need, we need a 2. That needs to be in the 4. That needs to be a 3. So that can be a 1. Wait a minute, that means that would be part of the 6. Because that's a 4. And we need that to be the 1. So actually no, that would be in the 7. That needs to be in the 3. That cannot be. That needs to be a 1. And 5 and 3. That's in the 4. That's in the 5. And that is not in the 3. 3 and 2. Those are in the 4. And that needs to be in 2. That's the 1 and 3. You have a 3 and 1. Two, 2, 1, which means this would have to be the 3. 5 would go upward. That would mean the 2 goes downward. So we have right here. Wow, this is taking me way too long, isn't it? Alright, so I think we're almost done because we have a 3 right there. So that would mean we have a 2 going this way. So we have that 5, there's 3, 1, 1, 2. There we go. So with that we have drawn and Mega Evolved Mega Lucario. Alright. I am doing quite horribly today, I admit. I am really sorry. I'm really sorry. I haven't been doing this lately and I'm exhausted to begin with. But it's no excuse. With that, we at least, you know, we got the Mega Lucario. Alright, let's move on. This time, hopefully we can do a little better, maybe? I don't know. Set Garchomp, use Slash Reveal. Okay. You know, I could have used Hyper Voice the entire, Hyper Scan the entire time. And I didn't, because I'm an idiot. So, you know, whatever. I'll bring Garchomp then instead of Dragonite. And I'll bring, I guess, T-Tar and Flygon. Let's go! Mega Chomp it is. Alright, right in the middle, come on. Come on, you're not as good as Dragonite, but you're okay. I take that back, you're not okay. You're not very good. Garchomp is not very good. Never use a Garchomp. Use Dragonite instead. Alright. Are you kidding me? Overlapping, really? I should have brought Blaziken or Ape. I should have brought Blaziken or the Infinite. Come on, right in the bottom. Right in the bottom. There we go. Alright. At least we got something here. I'm using everyone. That's a 4. Got a 1 right there. That's a 3. That's not a 2. So that would be the 2. Alright. Those need to be in the 3, and that needs to be in the 8. That's a 1, that's a 2. So you have a 2 right there. So we have 3 and a 1. Alright, we have that 3 right there. There we go. 2, that's a 1. That's a 1 there. That's a 1 there. That can't be a 1, that needs to be the 5. Alright. If that's a 1, that's a 2. 2 and 1, which means that this would be there. Those are in the 3. And that means we need that to be a 1, so there's our 2. That column is done. What did I just do? Alright, we have a 1 somewhere at the bottom there. There's the 8. So we have a 1 and a 3. That's not in the 3. Those can't be in the 2s. There's the 4. That's a 5. That's a 5. Why do I keep doing that? Alright. Those are the 7, that's in there. So that would be there. There's a 3. There's a 3 right there, and now we just want to work toward the bottom for the most part. So we have, that's a 2, that's a 2, that's a 3, something seems off here. This would need to not be there. And that has to be there, so that would mean we have this there. There we go. Alright, so with that we have drawn and Mega Evolved Mega Garchomp. And Mega Garchomp is going to get the crown. Kind of interesting, it requires using Mega Garchomp. Well, using a Garchomp for the Mega Garchomp. Maybe Mega Garchomp would be more useful to Dragonite. Huh, might try that. Alright, set at least one Steel type, use Slow Time at least once, so we need to bring an Electric type and a Steel type. Alright. That's interesting. You know, I think I might just try out Mega Garchomp in place of Dragonite. Alright, you can... I guess I'll go Picross. I'll go... Need to bring a Steel type, so I guess Metagross. In fact, let's go No, I can't go Mega Metagross if I'm bringing... Not if I'm bringing the Mega Garchomp. Which does Hyper... So it is the same thing as Dragonite, effectively. Well, alright, whatever. Be of use for me. Come on, Garchomp. Just be useful. Definitely an improvement from Garchomp, but... Same thing as Dragonite, only Dragonite doesn't take up your Mega slot. Although Mega Evolution seems very underwhelming in this game, to be honest. So, I don't know. I was hoping it would be something a little more interesting. I mean, it's not bad. Oops, I meant to click there, but you know what? That gives us this row, so hey, you know, whatever. Alright, you know what? Let's use Greninja. Well, in that case, we have that's the 7. Goes into being a 4. That's a 2. I knew that was not filled in. It needs to be in the 2. So there's the 4. There's the 2. That's a 4, and the 3 would be right there. 1, 2, 3, that row is done. 3 right there. 2 and a 1. There's that 3. 1 there. 1 there. And 1. Oh yeah, that actually is done. So we're getting there. That's a 2. We have a 1 here. And we're gonna have a 2 somewhere. A 2 somewhere here, I guess. Yeah, that works. Okay. So 2 right here. And then we're gonna have a 3 here. Again, a 2 here, and we're gonna have that's a 2, and I'm just guessing. Okay, that's not the 1 right there, but you know, right? 5 is here. 1 and 2. All right, so we're gonna have a 3 right here. And I should have known that's the 2, because that means... So where's the 3? Is this... That's definitely a 3. So that's the 3. 3 right here. I didn't mean to click on that one. But at this point, we are almost out of... I didn't mean to do that. So we only have 1 more Metagross left. Or Metagross safety left. But I think we're good at this point. So that means we have 1 here. And with that, we have drawn and Mega Evolved Mega Mawile. Alright. So with that, Mega Mawile is going to get the crown. Alright, so I guess next time we're going to keep going with these Mega Evolutions, as I guess we continue trying to draw in order to catch, and I suppose Mega Evolve them all. So thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.